This is not just a war story that I am narrating. It's a story of risk, a story of pressure, a story with a price tag that is almost unbelievable. It all began with a crash. An American F-15E Strike Eagle, one of the most advanced fighter jets, it was brought down inside Iran. And you know what was the worth? A jet worth nearly $100 million, gone in seconds. But the real crisis, it was not the aircraft, it was the men inside. 2 crew members, a pilot and a weapons officer. One was rescued quickly, but the another one, he was left behind, alone in hostile territory, hunted. Now imagine those hours, more than a day, hiding in rugged terrain. Now imagine those hours for him, more than a day hiding in rugged mountains, evading enemy forces with no safety and no backup in sight. Every sound, it felt like a threat, every moment felt like a risk. And then the decision was made, bring him back, no matter what the cost is here. In fact, wait, what followed, it was not just rescue, it was a full-scale operation. A-10 Thunderbolt jet roared into the sky, MC-130J Commando aircraft, it cut through the night. Black Hawk helicopters flew low and MQ-9 Reaper drones, they scanned every inch of that land. This was precision, coordinated. This was urgency. Drones picked up his signal deep inside Iranian territory, tracked him and mapped the threat around him. And then under darkness, elite forces, they moved in. But this was not a clean mission. It was controlled chaos. To keep the enemy forces away, airstrikes were used and cover fires were unleashed. Anything to buy time, anything to save just one American man. And they did. The airman was found, extracted and brought back. Mission accomplished? Not quietly, because the cost, that was just the beginning. As the US forces pulled in, things went wrong. Massive transport aircraft, C-130, some of the most valuable in the fleet, they became unusable. And now comes the shocking part. To prevent the sensitive technology from falling into enemy hand, the US destroyed its own aircraft, blew them up, in fact, leaving nothing behind. Helicopters were abandoned, drones were reportedly lost, and fighter jets, they were possibly damaged. Piece by piece, millions turned into hundreds of millions. And when you add all that up, the total cost climbs close to about $500 million. $500 million for one rescue mission. Now, let's pause here because this is not just about money. This is about how far a nation will go to bring its own people home, no matter the risk is, no matter the cost is. But beyond that battlefield, another impact is being felt. The economic shock. Oil routes disrupted, fuel prices rising, companies reacting. Airlines are increasing fees. In fact, delivery costs are going up and everyday people, they are starting to feel the pressure. And at the center of all of this is nothing but Strait of Hormuz, a narrow stretch of water that controls a huge part of the global oil flow. In fact, the message from Washington, that was direct, it was clear, it was aggressive. Reopen it or face the consequences. Then the response from Iran, it was just as strong. Accusations, warning and defiance. Now the world is watching a very dangerous standoff. A rescue mission that cost $500 million that has now become part of something much bigger. Because this is no longer just about a pilot. It's about power, pressure, and a conflict that is expanding step by step. So the question is, if this is the cost of saving one man, what will be the cost of what comes next?